What's going on, everybody? It's your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devereaux Davis, once again with another video here, and we're talking Mets baseball today. But first of all, I want to just say today's March 9th, which is also the anniversary of Biggie Smalls being killed, me being from Brooklyn and from Queens, born in Brooklyn but raised in Queens. Just want to say, this is the anniversary of his passing, his murder in LA. What year is that? He died in 97, so this is what, 2021? Damn, wow. Time is flying. So 24 years ago today, Biggie Smalls died. I was like, what? I was 17. No, I was 16 going on 17. So time is flying. I feel old now that 24 years passed since Biggie Smalls passed away. But anyway, moving on to what you came here for, some New York Mets news. The New York Mets are on TV right now. They're playing the spring training game against St. Louis. I'm watching a little bit of the game, but also I'm trying to come at you and give you a video. So what's going on? Big news that happened recently. Jose Martinez pretty much injured his knee, and he's a bench player. He's not going to be a starter for the Mets, but he's a big bat off the bench as far as pop. He could give you at least, spot starting and pinch hitting. I feel he could at least get his 10 double digits in home runs this year coming off the bench, and spot starting maybe about 20, 30, 40 games a year. So with him being gone, he's a right fielder. His defense sucks, and a first baseman. But with him coming off the bench for us, that's a right-handed bat. That's great against left-handed hitters. We're not that. We don't have a lot of right-handed bats in our lineup in our bench. So with him there, that would have been a perfect power bat off the bench for us. But apparently playing first base yesterday, he ran into the first base umpire trying to chase a foul ball, I think it was, and tore his meniscus. Actually, sorry, I think the ball was in play. Not that it matters, but anyway, he tore his meniscus in his knee. And they said at a minimum 4 months he's going to be out. So that's pretty much most of the season. Might be able to come back for September. He had what's considered a split contract, so it's not necessarily guaranteed. So I don't really know what's the real ramifications with that. If it's something that he could do to release him, or something they could do to put him on the AAA roster instead, or put him on. He's definitely going to be on the IR. But he has a split contract. It's not fully guaranteed from what I understand. So with that, it leads on to my second topic. Maikel Franco from the KC. He played with KC last year. He played probably had his best season in the 60-game short season. With that being said, he's a third baseman, right-handed bat with a lot of pop. He used to kill us. I think he has about alone 18 and 19 home runs. He's one of these Mets killers like Chipper Jones and Freddie Freeman. He's one of these guys that always came up and hit well against us. Only thing is he was on bad Philadelphia Philly team, so it didn't really matter. He'd probably get a lot of home runs in a blowout when we were winning 8-3 or whatever, and gets a meaningless home run or whatever. But he has big stats against us. He knows the National League East real well. This is somebody that I would like to get. Now he's I believe he's released and he's a free agent right now, or DFA'd. I'm not really sure what was taking place in KC, but he was had his best season last year in 2020. Hit for the highest average he ever hit for. He hit about 270s in the high 270s. And he's normally around the 230s, 220s. Not going to hit for average, but he's going to hit for a lot of pop, a lot of power. And that's the type of bat that we need coming off the bench. Now, how's his stats as far as coming off the bench? He's not known for being a bench player. He only has a few at-bats coming off the bench. But he's been mainly in the starting position playing third base. Will he challenge Davis for third base if we bring him onto a team? Will he he's only 28 years old, so he's still young. But with that power, will he be a great asset to be, hey, maybe he could challenge Davis, and then maybe Davis is a little bit better equipped because of his versatility to come off the bench and have Franco just as our main third baseman. But Franco seems like he's the type of player that likes to play with on losing teams and just get his stats. Right, he seems like he plays on the Philadelphia team when it was bad, he plays on a KC team while they're bad, and he hits while he's there. So will he like to go to a team and be a bench role player, maybe platoon with Davis somehow, come here and be on a winning team, or Will he prefer to go to a team like Baltimore who could use a third baseman and play 160 games, bat about 220, put up about 25 home runs, and be in a losing team? It just seems like he's that type of player. He's not necessarily a winning player. So there's that. But as far as replacing Jose Martinez, I think you could do a lot worse than Maikel Franco. All right, he's not as versatile as Martinez, whereas Martinez could play first base and right field. Franco is pretty much just a third baseman. Might be able to play a little bit of first base, but we already have enough people at first base, so why do we even need him there? But Franco is not used to coming off the bench like how Martinez is, so I just don't know. So how do you feel about it? Do you want us to sign Maikel Franco? I think he's still young, still serviceable, 28 years old. Hit for pop, knows the National League East. He has a lot of pluses in his armor. Plus he plays a little bit better defense than JD Davis at third base. So Davis is probably more equipped to being a bench player. So I don't know what you think. Chime in, let me know. Definitely leave a message. Like, subscribe, share, tell a friend, and that's pretty much what's going on right now in the Mets world. Right now we're playing against St. Louis and we're losing 2-0. It's okay. Spring training, we've been looking pretty good. We're going to start negotiation talks with Francisco Lindor. Hopefully we get something done before the start of the season. It'll make me feel a lot more comfortable. Hopefully we could do the same thing with Conforto. If not, he's going to be hitting for agency and we have to deal with Boris, but it's okay. It's a different regime there, so we could definitely deal with Boris a lot better this time. And same thing with Syndergaard. Hopefully he comes back and shows that, hey, listen, it's time to lock me up for at least 3 years or so. So I'm your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devereaux Davis. Let me know if you want Maikel Franco. Sorry, Jose Martinez. We didn't even get to know you, but hopefully wish you all the best in your future. You're a little old at 32. You'll be 33 next year, coming off meniscus injury. Don't know if that's the end of your baseball career. Let's keep your fingers crossed, knock on wood, and hopefully it's not. But Maikel Franco, if you come to the Mets, please sign with us. Give us some more depth pieces. I like depth and everything. You're 28 years old. You could potentially start for us. If not, so be it. We'll find another piece. There's a lot of free agents out there. I'm your host of the Morning Beer Podcast, Devereaux Davis. Peace. Like, share, subscribe, and tell a friend. Peace.
Peter Pan, that's what they call me. I promise that you'll never be lonely.